Stirring the coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee. One more sip. There we go. Perfect. It just kicked in. It was Legends of Tabletop. 50% with 50% Ethiopian. Heavy cream. Touch of brown sugar. Perfect. Someone said to me, do you have something against Colombian coffee? Why don't you ever have Colombian? I have Colombian often. I try all coffees. All coffees matter to me. I try them all and love most of them. What I really want to get is that Indian monsoon coffee. I have to get more of that. That had a nice, very nice, it was a change of pace. When you speak the truth, the house cleans itself. That happened to me on social media when I was speaking about some things with some people that I've known for a long time. People don't like it when you call them out on their bullshit if you are right and if they are wrong. Now, if it's just an opinion that you have that you're just kind of poking the bear and stirring up the waters a little bit just for reaction on Facebook or something like that, then that's a different story. But when you actually speak real truth and people get mad, you don't even have to delete them or block them. They do it themselves. And it's just nice. It's just like, it's like opening the windows to the house and letting the fresh air blow through. It's really nice. It cleans itself. And you'll feel lighter too. After being around toxic, don't you want to just go home and pour yourself a nice glass of normal? Have a nice portion of normal with a side dish of normal and soak in a big tub of normal and fall asleep dreaming of normal? I know I do. A lot of companies, when you call them, their voicemail should say, press 1 for stupid. You know, you can be right and still lose the fight when it's all said and done. If you're married or in a relationship, you could be 100% right, but still lose the fight. Many times, saying the right thing needs to be wrapped in something other than your existing method of truth delivery. So you won the argument because you were right? Good for you. Maybe let's wrap that in something different. Stoic does not mean being somebody's punching bag or cheap laugh. You can be the stable stoic and still defend yourself and not tolerate assholes. Catholic churches have been desecrated across France for months now. Feces smeared on crosses. Cemeteries desecrated. I wonder who's doing that. Who is dancing and celebrating in the streets of Paris right now? You're not allowed to speculate, and those words aren't allowed to come out of your mouth. So another cathedral burns all by itself. Don't you hate when that happens? And this is what I'm talking about when I say what words you are not allowed to say after seeing this. You are not allowed to even speculate, or you're a hater. You can't enter the Manosphere. Again, another word that I don't like, but I can't think of another word right now. Without humility. If you didn't have humility, you wouldn't even want to be part of it. You would see no need for being in it. Humility, not pride, is what brings us together. I don't mess with your mojo, you don't mess with mine. Two mojos can coexist. They are not mutually exclusive. It's not king of the hill. Every man in the Manosphere is a bricklayer, a contributor to the structure. All are needed. Every style, message, volume level, age, energy level, and experience is valuable. It's a movement made up of tribes. It's not one tribe. Years of therapy, what has that gotten you except a dependence upon more therapy? The past, the past, the past. Let's talk about the past. Well, I think it's time to wrap that up. Now it's about your future. You are stuck because you keep talking about your past. 2019 is the year that you get unstuck. I am 100% for the death penalty for pedos. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. And especially if they are clergy of any age. I don't care if it's a 90-year-old priest or minister. I don't care. Bring back the Colosseum. What could be more satisfying than a pedo in a Colosseum with tigers or a grizzly bear? I know I hammer both political parties pretty good, but Democrats are opposing the American flag on police cars in a California town. Go ahead, my Democrat friends, defend that. Just try. Put your comments down below. Even before Israel was a state, even before the United States was a country, there's been a lot going down in the Middle East. It's always been a powder keg. I say get out. Our people are dying there, intervening in someone else's shithole. I'm done with all the voodoo and fear of pulling out. Pull out. Here's a paradox. You have to unplug to charge your batteries. With your phones, you have to plug them in to charge them. With you, you have to unplug in order to charge your batteries. There's a reason why I'm a member at membership movie theaters. One visit to one of the popular movie theaters that everybody goes to, where people are unruly and there's 20 security guards around there. Just one visit will remind you that, a membership theater is such a nice thing. I say investigate every politician who got rich while in office. If you don't like the American flag on public vehicles, move to a country where you do like their flag. Women will take themselves wherever they go or whoever they're with. Same shit, same woman. It doesn't change. So she wants to pack up and move to another state. Guess what? She took herself with her. And the same shit, men, the same shit that you experienced with her, another man will just take your place and be experiencing the same shit. She's not changing. She took her shit with her. Geography doesn't change human nature. Men are supposed to motivate other men to do the right thing. Let's stop fighting. I'm not saying, can we all get along? But stop majoring in the minors. Everyone has a different style. So do you. So do I. It probably sucks being the guy that wraps all those cheese slices individually, but it's better than having to clean the bathrooms at Taco Bell. Twitter, also known as Arguer. You could post yes, and it won't be long before somebody posts no. It's like Monty Python's argument clinic. When I had the really huge beard, the big white beard, women were kicking my door down to get out. He had 1,000 ideas. You might have heard his name. He lived alone with his vision, not looking for fortune and fame. Never said too much to speak of. He was off on another plane. The words that he said were a mystery. Nobody's sure he was sane. Kerry Livgren, 1977. In your opinion, what is the elephant in the room? Put your answer down below. Yeah, but what about parasites? I fucking love parasites. Grilled with melted grass-fed butter and Himalayan salt. They are making superheroes fatter and more realistic, so kids and young adults don't feel bad about their bodies. Somebody stop the world. I want to get off. Money is sexy. Ask any woman who's with a fat guy who wears a toupee. They arrested me and put me in jail. They called my pappy to throw my bail. He said, son, you're going to drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that hot rod, Lincoln. Commander Cody, 1971. Psycho eyes. It's a real thing. If eyes are a window to the soul, then that window is from Norman Bates' house. Bullies and bullying are bad, right? Except when it's a minority boy with a history of violence in school, then all of a sudden he needs to be understood. He's not a bully. He has a reason. There's a reason why he is the way he is. He needs to be understood and embraced. Social justice warrior logic. Be bold, be decisive. Make your decisions and stick with it. Don't revisit your decisions and carry on. I've blocked hundreds who came at me for speaking the truth. Hundreds. Hundreds. I've unblocked a handful who've privately reached out and apologized, and then something magical happens. You start seeing your own bullshit, are privately embarrassed by it, and then you tread later. It happens daily. I guess I didn't get the memo that told everyone in my neighborhood to run gas-powered lawn equipment. A symphony of lawnmowers, weed whackers, and leaf blowers, all playing in perfect harmony. Suburbia. Women don't like it when you don't accept their currency. American Express, not accepted here. When you can't be manipulated by their currency. What is that currency? Put it down below. There's two types of people that will always have options. Wealthy men and beautiful women. If you're neither, then you actually have to work. It can be done. It doesn't necessarily have to be a spouse. There can be a unique kind of completeness with a friend, a lover, life companion, maybe even a co-pilot for a season or a leg of the journey. For many, getting married isn't an option again. That's kind of how I feel about myself as I am dating and meeting new ladies. A lot of people don't like that. I'm not willing to go there again. I don't think. I'm pretty sure I'm not willing to go there. But running to the altar is not an option for me as I get back out there again. Moni Moni, the title of a 1968 song, is said to have been inspired by Tommy James' view of the Moni sign atop the Mutual of New York building on the New York City skyline from his Manhattan apartment. I'm too Christian for the secular outlets. I'm too much of a sinner for the Christian outlets. I'm right in the middle, onto plan B. As Mark Hurd said in his 1981 song called Stuck in the Middle, I'm too sacred for the sinners, and the saints wish I would leave. Invest in things that can't be stolen, burned down, break, or depreciate. Your brain. Take a course, a seminar, a workshop, continuing ed. It's a great way to increase your value in the marketplace. Or on the job, the JOB. Education is a lifelong process, not something you do for a few years when you're young. I am very open to learning things from my children. I have 3 children. Their father is wise, but I'm not a know-it-all. I'm the first one to admit, and I will tell you that does make parent and older children relations go a lot smoother as soon as the father or mother realizes that they're not a know-it-all, that they can learn something from their children. If you say that Western culture has ruined women, does it also mean that it ruined men? Or does that not fit the loser guy narrative? I'll say it because no one else will. We're affected, all of us are affected by the downfall and the bullshit of Western culture. Anyone who thinks it's just women is the pot calling the kettle black. And with that, I'm going to say, finish your coffee.